morning, it is Monday the 20th of March. I'm off to the Isle of Zappi to install a EV charger for a client. First one I've installed, not fitted one before, so hopefully it all goes okay. Client supplied the charger and has kindly run the cabling in for me to save a bit of time. So yeah, we're going to go over there, going to go to my stores, pick up my tube benders, drop a couple of bits and pieces off, and then make my way around there. Hopefully be there by, what's the time now? Just coming up for 7, so probably get there for 8 o'clock, which is pretty good, and then crack on. Let's see how it goes. So client's already installed the armoured cable up there for me. It's a little bit far from the wall, but I can sort that out. Comes down over here, so we're going to drop here down the wall, and it's going to go through around about there, and the charger is being mounted on the wall here. This is it here. So we're going to get this drilled out in a minute, get the cable entry done, get a little bit of tube through the wall, and get things first fixed. So that's my hole drilled for the cable coming through the wall. It's come through on this side, so what I'm going to do here, we've got to bring a cable down the wall there. I'm going to put a little bit of conduit on the wall there, mount a galv terminal box, and run a little bit of tube up the wall, and then terminate the armoured into it around about there, and that should look a little bit neater coming down the wall. Right, I've just got the galv box prepped. That's going to go on the wall here. So the tube will come through, that will live on the wall there like that. I've drilled the cable entry at the bottom, and then we've got our fixing hole up higher than it. So that's in and ready to go. So for now, I'm going to cut this to around about 250mm, which is a little bit longer than needed, but then I can adjust it to the actual length I need in a minute. Reaming out the inside of this. It's a factory made end, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be smooth. So the little bit of tube I just cut, I now want to get fitted into the back of here, then I'm going to push it onto the wall, and then I can mark the overall length I need on the other side. So that's in there now, and in there. If I get that on the wall, so that's pushed back where I want it almost. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to get that drilled to the wall first. is our bit of tube coming through the wall. So I want to mark that now with that pen. So I'll put a marker pen mark flush with the wall, and that is where the back of my galv terminal box is going to sit. So we take this back out now, and then we'll get it back on into the vise, cut this to length, thread it, and put a coupler on it. So there's my pen mark that I put on there, and that pen mark is where we want the front of that coupler to end up. So I want to put a mark now halfway down that coupler. So you can see the mark I've now put on there, which is about half the length of the coupler. That's where I want to cut them. That's where I want to cut the tube, and then I can start threading. Okay, so I've got my 20mm stocks and dies set up. Get that on there, give it a good push, get it started. There we go. 1, 2. Right, let's see how this fits now. So I need maybe another 1 turn on that. Yo. Have I got biscuits and milk there? Can I cook this for breakfast? You what? Chili. Chili? It's not chili.
Yeah, you got this.
What's that?
I read lots of nonsense these days. I don't really watch like telly and shit. The world's biggest oil company in Saudi,
Oh right.
Aramco, reported record profits on higher oil prices and refining margins.
Yeah.
The 1.8 trillion valued company recorded profits of 161 billion, up 46%. To put it into perspective, that's more than Google, Amazon, Tesla and Microsoft combined.
I should be more, after doing this EV charger, I think I'm going to have higher profits than that. A little bit of Zappi on there. Okay, so that's, I've just threaded that on there. We come through until this point here, the end of the tube lines up with these, and that gets you to about the distance that you need. So we take that off and see how we are now. that on there, and we'll pop a coupler at this end, and then I can terminate the armoured into this at the top of the wall. So there's our tube installed now. I'm going to terminate the armoured into the top of there. It will drop down and then go straight through the wall. So this is the bit of the gland I'm putting on now. I need my knife. Okay, so there's our armoured cable installed. It turns out the client has supplied a 10mm cable rather than a 6mm cable. I thought it looked a bit big, so it's a little bit of a sod getting it through here. But there's our cables turning through the wall, and I've got a little bit of a 4mm earth there just to bond this galv box with, and that in turn will then bond our armouring up there. And then there we are coming through the wall. So we've got our cables coming in there. I'm going to terminate them into that block there. Hopefully that can take 10mm cable. I don't know what the capacity is on it yet, but we'll see in a minute. I'll get that done now, and then we'll go to work up at the board. Right, so I've just heat shrink these up. I didn't have any oversleeving that would cover 10mm cable, so I had some heat shrink on the van and I've used that instead. So they're all they're ready now to terminate. I'm going to get these put away in here and then onto the fuse board. Right, that's put away in there now. The little holes plug back up at the bottom as well. They're terminated there, so that's good. That's done in this one here now, and yeah, ready to move over to the board now. Okay, so this is the domestic board we've got in here. The armour comes down here. There is a hole in the ceiling. Client brought the cable out in a place that didn't really work, and there's no, I can't get into the loft above. So I've had to cut a little slot here, and he's gonna patch the ceiling up. So I'm going to terminate the armour cable into this adaptable box. I can't put it into the plastic box because there's nowhere to really effectively terminate an armour into this. So I'll bring it in there, straight through the side of the board, and then I can get my breaker in and put it away. So let's get this Get the gland tightened in first. Customer's back. There he is, coming back with the eggs for my egg sandwich. Are they free range? Organic?
They are caged hens.
Could you go back and change them, please?
No, they are free range.
Are they?
They are free range.
Excellent.
Would you want one round or two?
I'll have a couple, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the new breaker in the board there. I've left a space between the other breakers. The EV charger will run at maximum load for quite a long time, so it's likely to get a bit warm. So giving it that little bit of space will help with overheating. Done. Back on. Right, that's all installed now. I've just got to run through the setup procedure on it, which I'll do in a minute, and then have a tidy up. So I've got stuff everywhere.